What do you make, based on your reporting, of how Iran has responded to President Trump, and what's next for them?
So it initially depends on whether you believe they intended, when they launched about a dozen ballistic missiles at U.S. military installations, whether they intended to kill Americans and cause significant structural damage or not. We've heard mixed messaging from the Iranians on this. We've heard the United States say that they intended to do so. If you go, regardless, we're at a point where that didn't happen and they haven't escalated. And so I think the challenge for Iran is they have faced criticism internally that they didn't do anything more aggressive, that they weren't able to respond in a more aggressive way. They've been critical.
Will they respond aggressively to the new sanctions?
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. There are two kinds of responses. There's the response from the military, openly and acknowledging it, and there could be a response through their proxy forces and paramilitary forces. And so those are the kind of responses we have to look for. I think the challenge they have is they're under incredible internal pressure, in part because of the economic sanctions that have been imposed, and in part because this was just months after protests asking for reforms in their country. And so if it's seen that they didn't respond in a way that was in kind for what they saw as the act of killing Qassim Suleimani, we may see military responses either directly or through their paramilitary forces.
And the larger question is, what does the president want, right? What is his larger strategy? We've already engaged in a deal, in a negotiation as a country with Iran, and got a pretty robust global agreement from Iran, and it seems like their internal political dynamics are not going to allow for another negotiation. So he says he wants to negotiate, but the deal that America got last time, while imperfect in many respects, did achieve many of the goals that he says he wants to achieve. They were winding down their nuclear program. They had eyes on their kind of nuclear facilities. So what does he want?